When most people think of the Mistborn series, they often think of the magic system or the characters Vin and Kelsier. A character that often gets overlooked despite playing a huge role in the story is Elend Venture. As always, this character bio will be completely spoiler-free, so even if you haven't read Mistborn, no worries, I won't be spoiling anything. At the end of the video, I'll be showing another artist who I think has depicted Elend really well, giving a shout out to them because they do a lot of amazing character art, but the time-lapse artwork you'll be seeing for the majority of this video is my artwork. Getting into the character bio, Elend is a character whose role in the story is best understood if you know a little bit more about Scadrial, the world Mistborn takes place in. It's actually a fairly grim world. The idea is that roughly 1,000 years ago, the typical chosen one you tend to find in a lot of fantasy books actually lost, and in his stead rose a man known as the Lord Ruler. This man's power became so vast that he's seen as a deity in a way, and has ruled the world by breaking it up into two groups: Ska, who are either slaves or incredibly poor workers, and nobility, who have the majority of wealth and prestige. The premise for the story is that a group of Ska are wanting to overthrow the Lord Ruler and the nobility, but one of them encounters Elend, a nobleman's son, and interacts with him on a frequent basis as a means of espionage. Because of this setup, it's difficult to discern as the reader if Elend will end up being the enemy, or if the good in him our characters are seeing might eventually bring him to their side. He's young, roughly in his early 20s, and often speaks openly about his dislike for his father, who is known for being extremely powerful and ruthless. Elend seems quite the opposite of his father. He speaks of wanting to make the world more balanced and fair, and while his knowledge on how he wishes to go about that stems primarily from the books he's read, his idealistic nature gives the heroes of our story reason to believe that not all the nobility may be as terrible as they'd once thought. As for Elend's appearance, he often wears his hair and clothing in a way that's contrary to the current fashion trends among the nobility. His clothing tends to be less colorful than those of his peers, and his hair is noted as being a bit long and slightly disheveled. It's believed that this is in part a way for Elend to oppose and aggravate his father, while also being in part due to his love of reading and scholarly debate over dances and fashion. If Elend sounds like an interesting character, or if anything about Mistborn sounds interesting to you, I highly recommend it. It's my favorite trilogy of all time. There are incredibly high stakes, an awesome magic system, and characters that persevere through a world that seems completely devoid of hope. Like I said at the beginning, Elend is a character that can often be overlooked, which unfortunately means there isn't a ton of fan art out there of him, and a lot of times when there is, it usually contains spoilers. There is one artist whose depiction of Elend shows him wearing a white uniform, which is attire Elend is known to wear at one point in the story, and this artist shows a progress shot. I absolutely love seeing when artists show these progress shots, plus this artist is amazing. They have done so many cool Cosmere pieces. Sometimes they show you just little doodles that they've done, which are almost annoyingly good also, but then they'll have fully completed, really colorful pieces. Sometimes they have really cool backgrounds, but in general, definitely check this artist out. They're amazing, and I've chatted with them a little bit. They also have great taste in books, and they're super, super nice. I will have that artist's account linked down below. I'll also have purchase links for Mistborn if you're interested in those, and I'll link my art Instagram page. If you liked this style of video, I'll have a playlist with my other character art videos, and if you want to be a patron, you can get sneak peeks of my upcoming artwork projects. You can see completed pieces before anybody else. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye.